Hello all, and welcome to one of the new videos which will be talking about the Route 53. So how we integrate Route 53 with our registered domains. So usually what happens is we have a load balancer, right? So load balancer will be having a DNS name which is provided by AWS only. However, we need to give the URL or the domain for our company only. So like suppose I'm just for my channel, I have a cloudsaga.in as my domain being registered, right? So I want my application to be redirected to that URL, and then all the applications which are hosted on AWS that will be displayed to you, right? So for that we will be using Route 53. So now suppose like I have already a architecture which I have set up in my account. So what I have done is I have two web servers. One web server is in US1A and the other one is in US1B. Both the web server is having a web page which is saying that stating the IP address to which it's being routed up, and the second one is this one. So both of these EC2 instances are having a web pages on them, and then I have created a load balancer, the application load balancer, which is using both the host in distributing the traffic. So here this is the load balancer link which I'm doing. So it's redirecting to 8249 IP address, and once I will refresh, it will be going to 20 and 167. So these are the two servers where the traffic is getting distributed, right? But here if we see that, okay, my web app, the URL which I'm just accessing for my application, the web server, is the URL being provided by AWS, but I want this to be mapped to a domain which I will be buying up, right? So there will be some other domains like facebook.com. These all domains we will be buying up. So what I have done for this demo is I have purchased a domain on godaddy.com where I have this domain being ready for me. Okay, so this is the cloudsaga.in, which is a domain which I have created. So for configuring this domain into our Route 53, what we need to do is we need to go to the Route 53 and go to the hosted zone. So we need to create a one hosted zone for this. So here we need to define the domain name which you have bought. So this is the domain name which I have bought on godaddy.com, and make sure the type is public hosted zone only. Okay, so once it's being done, you just click on the create hosted zone. So now what it will be doing is we get a name server and a SOA which is being attached to my hosted zone, right? So these two things will be used for mapping my domain with the godaddy.com. So now what we need to do is we need to create the A record. So A record is the one which will redirect the traffic to the particular instances, right? So in this here, I will go to the create record, will select a record type. Now I want my traffic to be redirected to my load balancer. So suppose if you have the IP, suppose you want to redirect to this particular IP only, then I can have this IP being defined here. But for now, for this demo, I want my load balancer to be used, right? So here I will be selecting my load balancer. So application and classic load balancer. Then I need to select in which region I have created the load balancer. So it was North Virginia, US East 1. So I will be selecting this US East 1, and then I will be getting my load balancer. So this is the load balancer which I have created, right? And then here we can define the routing policy. So routing policy is the one based on which the traffic will be redirected to. So there are multiple routing policies which are available: the simple, weighted, geolocation, latency, failover. So these all we will be discussing in the theory part later on, right? So for now we will be using the simple routing, and then we'll create the records. So now a record is being given which will say that, okay, whenever a cloudsaga.in is being used, it will be going, the traffic will be going to my load balancer. right? But there is one thing which we have to make sure. Now the domain, the cloudsaga.in, is being registered on godaddy.com. Now GoDaddy will be using his own name servers, his own DNS, and how that third party should know that, okay, I need to use the AWS domain names. So for that, what we need to do is, on my domain, I need to add these name servers, so that whenever the cloudsaga.in is going, GoDaddy will redirect my traffic to this name servers, and from there it will be redirecting to my load balancer. So this is the flow which is being followed. So what it will do is, my third party will have the name servers configured for my hosted zones, the Route 53, and from this name servers the traffic will be directed towards my load balancer. Okay, so for that, what we need to do is, we need to go to the domains, manage domains, and in this you have to configure your name server. So I have already configured my name servers, but what you can do is, here you will be seeing the name servers. Click on edit, then you can enter my own name servers, here this option, and add all the name servers which are being listed in this record zone. So whenever you are creating a hosted zone, name servers will be provided to you. So these are the name servers which I have already added it here. Okay, so now this is being changed from the previous one, I guess. So I need to update this. So let's do the update. So what I will do is, I will have this DNS, and I will copy the second one, will add it in the second part, then this one, I'll add it here, and the fourth. Okay, so click on save, and here you will be getting a consent. Okay, if you are changing the name server, your DNS will be redirected to. So we will click on the yes and click on continue. So now your name server will be updated, and GoDaddy takes about 4 to 6 hours to reciprocate the same name servers. So right now, if you will be going to my domain, we will not be reaching out. It will be showing an error. But we will wait for 4 to 6 hours, and then we will see that, okay, now the domain is getting transferred to. Okay, so I will just pause this video and will resume once the domain is being registered with the name servers for the AWS. So now our name server settings have been reciprocated on the GoDaddy. So if I'm going to my cloudsaga.in, then I'm just getting the response. So what I need to do here is, since I'm just going with the www, so if I remove this, I need to add a canonical name. So what I will do is, I will add www as a canonical name and redirect it to this. So once I create this record in my CNAME, then I will be getting the response. So now if I'm just going to the cloudsaga.in, I'm able to reciprocate it. So I'm getting a response from both the servers which are there. So this is the demo which we have shown, where we are just configuring the Route 53. So in the coming videos, we will be doing a SSL certificate which we will be adding up, so that the request will be going through the HTTPS protocol. Right now it's only using HTTP. Hope this video must have given you some extra knowledge. So we'll see you in the coming videos. Thanks all for watching till the end.